This is Letters to Ewan, number 202. This one's called The Come Down. Dear Ewan, I thought you were going to read something, Dad said. I was just thinking, I'm going to build something. I read Dad 2 letters. We're coming down, and it felt good to share with him. He chuckled at places where he was mentioned and squinted at times where I imagined the words weren't making sense. I know we're coming down now, and it's a sweet little place to share from. He keeps talking about his head, still feeling funny. And I just finished that letter about Tom, and we had planned to talk at 6:30 p.m. and we get on FaceTime. He asks me a couple of general questions and I answer them. They're all in relation to my stance on being nomadic for 2026. I need the stability of knowing that I'm not going to commit to a home for 1 year. He seems like he's not getting the answer he wants or something. I say, I can answer all these types of questions, and I know that I can bring my attention here to between us and talk about a lot of stuff here. And then I'm really enjoying it when we visit like this. This is a weird aside, but my father just finished watching a football game and then put Fallout on, which is a show on Prime about a post apocalyptic story. And I'm typing this letter and I'm getting irritable because my dad starts talking about walking his siblings to school and I can't figure out why. But the irritability is pertinent because I'm in pain because Tom is debating whether to meet me in Portland. This always happens. When we were on the phone and he's telling me this, I know that I want to know if he's feeling hesitant. He's mixing practical reasons with reasons of vulnerability. I acknowledge that if he's looking for more traditional relationshiping, I am definitely an agent of chaos. And I acknowledge and respect everyone's right to say no to slippery slopes. Once he's vented a little about how he's on the fence and ashamed about it, we actually are having a pretty enjoyable encounter. The conversation is so good. He keeps saying that he feels a lot better being honest about his hesitance. I say to myself, this is exactly why I want to meet him in Portland. These conversations are so enlivening. Maybe I'm the most basic, unconscious person on the planet, but when I get excited to hear somebody talk and I get boners around them, c'est l'amour? And the conversation ended fine. And he hasn't decided if he's going to come, and I told him that he could decide the day before he arrives or doesn't. My biggest fear is that you're going to pull away because you think you'll let me down. He said that a few of his friends that he's told about me think he should go. That makes me feel good. I really get it. I need him to want to come. It might be a misalignment that he's even on the fence. I feel compassion for him in some way. You don't want to just come because life is happening? I bounce some of that compassion back to myself. It's normal to feel disappointed. It's normal to feel hurt. And even more so, it's normal to meet your need for love in the misalignments. And finally, you knew you'd be tested. You knew that this surrender's plan would not survive contact with reality. There's a strong desire to protect against a rupture. Like I'm ashamed that I think I kind of already love him in a way, or at least in pre love, and I don't want a feeling of hurt to change that. But I got to be open to that. I can see that. What I've always done is hide that I'm hurt about not being met and resent the person who is just being themselves. It's normal for ruptures to shift us out of safety. Not acknowledging the ruptures is the best way to make sure they negatively affect the outcome. There's some faraway vision knowing. If this was just a moment with this guy, The guy who comes next will be in greater alignment. First a straight guy, then a closeted guy, then a guy who isn't a yes for the slippery slope of knowing me. In a future close to here, I trust that alignment will come. I'll be a yes, and he'll be a yes, and that'll be that. That last sentence could be edited, but I don't know how. He, they, that'll be that. Some other facet of love will present itself. All I know is that it'll be more of what I didn't know I wanted at levels unimaginable to any creative me that has ever been. Truth will be better than fiction. I refuse to be worn down about any of this. I'm going to stay the course. My body said move toward him, and that's what I've done. Both my body and I are learning and hurting. I opine the ability to just be normal. I opine that I'm not how I wanted, wishing I could choose who to love. I don't. It just comes to me. It'll keep coming to me. A slight joy alights that I seem to keep trusting. I wouldn't know if I'm trusting or creating right here. That I can tell is noteworthy. But this letter has gone long enough, and I'm ready to come down all the way. Night, Mike.